Hello, welcome back to the Car Truckers Garage. No, I haven't disappeared, I haven't been abducted by aliens. I'm not dead, I'm still here. It's been very, very busy. So, the garage isn't finished quite yet. I've got a few bits of other stuff to do. I've got off the floor painted, bit of painting to go on, bit of sorting, and we'll be there. Then we'll start on, well, I have got a couple of things to do on my own vehicle. I've got to service it, ready for caravanning. A couple of bits of body work, stone chip start, part busting, that's it. But in this one I thought I'd let you know about what I was saying on the introductory ones about tools. Now, I've been doing this a few years now, and over time you pick up some tools, you make tools, you buy tools, and I've got a few here I want to share with you. A couple of people have said, well, when are you going to get round to the tools? Well, this will be it then. So let's go then, eh? Where shall we start? Right, little things you need to buy when you're a classic car owner and when you're restoring cars. Firstly, is this little tool. Now we all know that name. These are a godsend to you. It's a colour tool. Basically, you buy the colour tool and then you buy the adapter that fits your vehicle. No good without the adapter unless it is the 14mm. Not many cars run on that, I do believe, or is it a lot run on it but there's only a few that don't. I don't know anyway. But you need these. What you do, you run the engine up to temperature. You locate your mixture screw, which is usually on the base of the carburetor near the manifold, and you turn it in until it's orange. If you start and it's turned in, the best thing is to turn it in and then turn it out 1.5 times. Start your car, put this in and keep winding it out until the colour goes blue. That's when your mixture's right. That's it. That's all you need. Normal running. Normal miles per gallon running. If you want anything more than that, then it's a rolling road. Get some, mapping. You get a race tool. But that's expensive. But you don't want your classic like that. I don't want a classic like that. I want to have my classics how I remember them. And I'm a big stickler for originality. Factory spec. So that's that then. We're going to I'll push that over there. Right. Here we have a tool which is a must. It's a Dremel. And it's got a little stone kit. These are dead handy for getting into corners. You can get some sharper than this. I'll just show you. You can get some sharper than this, but you can get right in the nooks and crannies. Very good tool. They're also good if you're welding in a box on the vehicle. You can get in and you can weld down, grind down where you're going to weld. Makes it a good welding experience. So get yourself one of these. It'll come in handy. It'll become invaluable. This is a finger file. This is the top motor one. I saw this. Pete C. He put me onto this, and I've got two. They're very, very versatile. They're very good for taking down welds, and they do it good, but you can do it in the corner. If you're welding in a right angle, you can't get a grinder in, but you can get this in, and it concaves the weld before you flattens it out. Good tool. Cheap. Belts are not cheap, they're good, they last a long time. Now, where are we? Right, here we go. And we can't see this, look. Another important tool is a compression tester. you've got a Classic, you need one of these. You're not buying an engine thinking of putting it in. Well, you can test compression on the engine. If it's good, it means you've got a good seal. These valves are alright, everything. If it's bad, could be a valve, could be a head gasket, could be rings. But you need one. Put it on your list. There's two sorts. There's one that does petrol and diesel because of the higher pressure in the diesel, higher compression, and then there's just a petrol one. I've got just the petrol one. So there, and another good tool. Right, here we go. One of the best tools I've got is a professional airbrush kit. As you can see, these, if you're doing small jobs, trim, or if you're doing a small bodyweight job, mix your paint up with your thinners, throw your pots, off you go. Just swap your pot, off you go. Small job, least amount of paint, maximum experience, and you can get away sometimes doing these without using masking tape. So definitely a good tool to have. Right, where are we? Oh yes. Here we have some spot weld kit. You know, you get a spot weld taking panels out, you drill the spot welds. A lot of people just grind them down and then think that makes a whole mess. These are spot weld cutters. They should be in there, they bring you. But you get the idea, they're a little, they fit in your drill and they're very sharp. And what they do, you drill the centre of the spot weld, then you go in with this pin and drill cut round it, and it cuts the metal from round the spot weld so you can lift it off, leaves it clean. Then you can go back and you can grind the weld off. A very good tool to have, save yourself a lot of time. There's also spot weld drills. They're just wide drills with a wide sweep that will cut the spot weld out. But that way, sometimes it goes straight through and you're left with a hole on the panel that you want to weld to. Some cases it can work, some cases it can't. So that's another tool. Right. Conical drills. Very good. They will drill just an hole, or you can drill holes up to that size. And what you do is you measure it. It usually tells you on it what size the steps are. But if you want bigger holes, tool to have. If you're putting grommets in your floor, tool to have. Get the size. If you grommet, drill it to that size. Grommet fits perfect. This is a hydrometer. If you can see it, this tells you whether your battery's any good by the gravity, specific gravity of the fluid inside, and it's designed to, with these balls, to go to the specific level of the thing you eat. What it does, it fills up with liquid, and whatever the balls is in the liquid tells you what condition your battery's in. Good tool. This is a must-have. If you're a classic car person, it will save you pounds. It is a digital multimeter. Now there's tutorials on YouTube that show you how to use these. Basically, learn how to use them, and the electric job will be a doddle. But you must get some tutorial off of YouTube. That's the thing. Once you know how to do it, electricians will be a thing of the past. You'll be able to do all your own electrics. And I'm about to, I've got a loom to do on my surprise. So, here we are, one of the best tools, heavy. It is a brake pipe flairer. Basically, you cut your pipe to your length on the car, which allows you to do it on the car. You grip it, put the collet in, CD, you've got your brake parts done. Very good tool. When you've had one, you'll wish you'll rue the day you never had it. It's a great tool. So here we're going. I've been racing along here. This is a must if you're a classic car owner. It is a battery drop tester. Basically what you do, you connect it to your battery, click the switch at the bottom and count to 10, and then your battery will drop and then it'll come back up. If it comes back up to it, tells you the condition of your battery, and it gives you both 6 and 12 volts. Just show you what it actually is. There you go. That's the tool, look. And it's a great thing. One of my best buys really. I was sick of buying batteries because people throw batteries away when there's no need to. I mean, there was a scrapyard near us. They were selling batteries with a month guarantee for 20, 30 quid. The batteries what people have took in thinking that they're bad, and they're not. But all they do need is a bit of TLC, a bit of tender loving care. Top it up, stick it on the battery charger. Sometimes they don't work, give them 5 minutes, then they'll spring into life. That is, yeah. This is what's left. Somebody has adapted it, but it's a void bush tool for a Mark III Cortina. And I had these cars, Mark III, Mark IV, Mark V. I had all of these, and this tool, it was a Kennedy, I think. It served me well because every time the MOT come round, you wanted new void bushes. Great tool to have. I think it was £5 at the time, but then again, wages was only 36 quid a week. So, expensive tool, but it was good. But somebody seems to have robbed the bolt out of it. But that's like to get a bolt. I think you can buy them. Now this, before that. Yeah, this is another must. If you are a car restorer, it is a tap and die set. Now I like my cars to be as much go back into it as comes out of it. And it's not really painstaking. People just go and buy an whole set of bolts for the car, stick them in, looks great. But you're taking parts away from the car, and you're only using 30% of the car originally. The rest is all bought new. So this is why people like them to use everything. And this is a good one. I've also got another one with gear wrench, but they work fine. But it saves you a lot of money. Right, where are we? This is a bought thing. It is a hub puller. You got your bolt in the middle, take your out of nutty wheel bearing, put that on the wheel nuts, tighten it up, tighten this up, pulls it over. Great tool. Not expensive. Sykes pick event, I do believe, which is a good name in tools. It's a very good name. We all probably know what that is. That's a hook, that's a cog puller, pulley puller, whatever you want. It's got 2 settings, different reaches, and you can mess about with it. Another good tool. You need these things when you go a classic. You've got monoblock hubs, or it's nice to just have brake drums, because then you can just take the drum off, release the brakes, take the drum off. But when you've got a monoblock, which means the wheel bearing is in the brake drum, it's all one part, then most of the time you'll need that. And then when you've done, if you've got to put a new bearing in, you'll need this to pull the old inner bearing out. Must. Right, have a look. Yeah. These are coil springs compressors. They've been shortened for a reason. The reason being is that in some cars the turrets are that tight, you've only got this room, so you've just got to get hold of the spring before you undo it and yeah, they're great. They've been done for a reason, and that's what I show. But I have got a brand new set of these, full size, up there on the shelf. Right. Well, people wouldn't recognise this, and it's a timing light, strobe, timing advanced tester. It's got the setting there, so you can set it on this. Some are just static. You put your timing mark on your pulley, put it on number 1 plug, start your engine, it's shining the light every time it fires. And you can get it to where you want it to accurately with this one. Connects to the battery, connects to number 1 plug. Like that, you see. All great stuff. Must have, then and again, unless you want to be taking your car to garage every 5 minutes. And I think the classic car owner should know a lot about the vehicles, how to fix them, and that. Let me turn to this. I did mention this. I've got a cabinet outside, man-made, I bought off a guy at Lincoln. This is the Work Zone Sandblaster. You connect it to the airline, you fill it up, and away you go. Good tool. You want a high pressure, you want more than a 11 bar compressor, really. But it still does the job at low thingy. This is the same I got off the internet. This, you fill that up with sand, connect it up. This is good for chassis. You can adjust the flow like that. This is good. You could use this just on a vehicle. If you get it on the rotisserie, you could use this in here. This is fine. But you do want to sheet on the floor to pick all the sand up. Right. Here we go. This tool I made. Basically, when I do this, you should know where it is. It's a slide hammer, a homemade slide hammer. And what it was made for is taking the timing hubs, timing casing off a motorbike engines or any other thing where it's a blind hole and it's thingy. It's made out of a jack handle, bit of threaded bar, big washer and a couple of nuts. Simple, but don't ever be afraid of, if you've got an idea in your head, a tool to make a tool that will do the job, don't be afraid of that. You test it out, you come to fruition with it. Very soon you'll get wise to it and you'll think, oh, I'm going to pay all this money. I can make a tool. No patent on it, you're not selling it, no problem. Even if it's like other things, that's no problem. Right, this is a special tool. As you know, it's got a square on there and it's angled at the right. This is the auxiliary belt tensioner twisting tool to take tension off the belt so you can take it off on the Mark 1 Mondeos or on the Blacktop Focus or the Blacktop Zetec engines. This is what I made myself, and believe me, there's not much room to get in. That's why it's that thin. This, same again, if you know how they are, look, this turns your camshafts. When you want it turning, it turns, and it also locks them off when you want it locking off. Another homemade tool, simple, does the job. And here we have another one. Mark 3 Mondeo, bottom crank pulley. Then to fit in the slops, and it goes on the floor like that. Because you've got to undo the 3 bolts when you change the pulley. And believe me, there is some pressure on them. I think what's the resetting? The resetting is 70 foot-pounds and then a quarter of a turn. And that is enough torque to drive your car. So what that is, that road on your pulley, you've got your brake on, you've got your wheels chopped, you're in gear. That way when you pull it so you can undo them, then when you're putting it back, it's that way so that it stops it going that way. That's way the car shoving down with this versus you tightening. Does the job. Right. Here we go. Look at these. They from the. I've got a hydraulic press. These. That is from the hydraulic press. That's the socket that come with it. All these tubes. They're all bearing sizes. They're all bearings, wheel bearings, front wheel bearings. What basically it is, I just saved the casing because when you want to shove a bearing out, you put it on that, put it in the bearing, in hydraulic, and it shoves it out. Basically, that's it. They just push bearings out. But I say loads of anything. These little bush bearings. I shall put them in fire. Oh, look at that broke. That's I've got to put a nut on that. Does it fit? Always trying. Don't think it does. It's wrong thread. Look on it. It's dangerous. I'm going to have to sort it. But there you go. And that is like, it's just like a basic bearing kit, puller and pusher. Simple. Yeah, I think we've pretty much covered everything now. There's nothing else. So I'll just give you a walk round the garage. As you can see, I've been putting stuff up. So I'll just have a walk round and show you. This is my cool wall. These are good, these are. That is the 100E service chart. Managed to find these on eBay and got them laminated. Picture of red. My old truck. One of my old cars. That was one of my old cars as well. I'm nostalgic, as you know. You know. Yeah. This is a Atkinson truck. When I started driving one of these. An excellent truck. AccuBorder 180 Gardner. Old Mercury tractor. And then this is the service chart for the Ford Escort, September 69. I'm going to add more to the man cave. As you can see, we're still in the stages of sorting, but we won't go on. But the first bit of the floor's done. I think there'll be another coat going on. And this stuff I've got to take out. Not the whole thingy. This is all buried under all this rubbish. Yeah. That is a brilliant tool. Comes right out, locks, and you wind in. This vice has pushed and pulled many a bearing out, and it's very, very versatile. Now Jim Build's got one. He said it was his granddaddy's, and they're a good tool. If you get a chance to get one, get one. Pop riveter. There's all tools on here that thing. I won't do without my trusty oil can. All my air tools, grinders, drills, polishers, circular saws, sanders, jigsaws, sanders, stapler, hot air gun, a must. So yeah, I'll put you down there a minute. So we let's check that you're right. Oh, we're a bit skewy. Right. So I think that covers a few things. There'll be a few more bits knocking about, and I'll do another video about them. The next time will be when the garage is finished. So I'll say that's it for now, and see you later.